Ahlan wa sahlan to Gallery of Faculty of Architecture and Built Environment. So basically, the gallery consists of students' work. It's a showcase of the students' work from the programs of architecture, landscape architecture, quantity surveying, BTCM, building BTCM. So basically, the exhibits here ranging from year 1 until year 3. That means until they graduate. As you can see here, this is one of the students of architecture's works where they need to study the students' work. Measured drawing, we call it. So in order to understand architecture, they have to study the prominent heritage buildings. Like in this case, this is a mosque built about 50, 60 years ago. So from there, they will start understanding the construction techniques and all those engineering aspects of the architecture. So in this case also, again here, this is another building. Basically, it's an old building in one of the historical cities in Malaysia, that is Taipei. And here, it was built in 1891. So the beauty of architecture is that, when they embark into a design, they must understand the concept of constructions. How the building was constructed in those years, So that's where, before they introduce new techniques of constructions, latest technology, and other materials, the usage of the materials. And as you go along, this is the first year, proceed to the final year. As the students proceed to the final year, to the third year, so the complexity of the designs come into play. That means to say that, in terms of the modern technology, I want to stress that the architecture or quantity surveying or landscape architecture, that the program that we offer here is involved, not only confined to the classroom. That means to say that 50% of their studies involve the field work. That means they have to go to the site, they got to do some measurement drawings, the precision studies. This is architecture all about. So 50% in the classrooms, another 50% is more towards hands-on. So we believe the philosophy that, when they study, they will be exposed to the demand with the industry. That means to say that, currently the nature of the work involve a lot of IT. So we stress on the IT, intelligence, technology, and all that. And also in the constructions, they have to, understand more and more about the latest development in terms of construction, the materials, the modern technology. And that is why I can see that, basically the students, they have to understand some basic of the theory in in the philosophy of architecture, the history of architecture, and then the construction techniques, and also in terms of the current demand of the technology. And of course, from time to time, we'll be inviting those practicing architects, practicing quantity surveying, practicing construction managers, practicing landscape architects, that involved in the industries to share their knowledge and experience with our students. So when they graduate, the students are already exposed partly to the demands of the outside. Here is the final year students, basically this is something like hawker center. So they need to make a research, before they embark into the design. They got to study the existing problems involved with the hawker center. How did they go about it? What are the issues? So in the process of design, they have to understand the problems that the current situation at the existing setup. So that's how. Actually, architecture is the problem-solving exercise. And of course, like quantity surveying. Once we completed the architecture, just to inform the audience that, in the building industry, architects, they don't work alone. They work as a team. Architects, engineers, landscape architects, quantity surveying, real estate management, and also the building technology and construction management. These are the professionals that currently are being offered at the Iukl, that is Infrastructure University of Kuala Lumpur. And we are very fortunate that, as been said before, that the facilities at Iukl, we have a mixed development. We have commercial entities, we have the mosque for praying purposes, we have the modern day technology, we have the lab, Of course, most of our lecturers in IUKL, or in particular at the Faculty of Architecture and Built Environment, they are, 50% of them, they are practicing professionals. They are architects, they are landscape architects, they are engineers, they are also the, what you call, construction managers. So these people, they come and share their knowledge. That's the beauty part of it. So I believe that currently our students, they enjoy every moment of it. And of course, we have lots of field trips for them to gain more experience and knowledge. And then we do have lots of community engagement, because you know why? Philosophically, when they graduate, they have to go to the community. They're going to be part of the community. So that is why we train them from the very beginning, for them to understand, to get to know how to deal with the community's demand or share the knowledge and all that. So basically here, I want to show you the landscape. This is the building. This is the Masters of Architecture students. So you can see they are designing the multi-story buildings. So for Masters of Architecture, they are multi-story buildings. So the complexity is different from what you have seen in during the diploma and their first degree. Now it's the Masters. So this is what the works, when they go outside, they will be doing the same thing, you know. And again here. And of course, over here is you can see a lot of trees. So landscape architecture. So you can see a lot of trees. So they have to understand, you know, the various species of the trees, how you plan to, you know, what they call planting in the various and the side. And then not all the plants can be planted, depends on the type of the soil, you know what I mean? So of course, the trees, shady trees, you know, being tropical in Malaysia. So we got to address specifically for the tropical environment. So this is the thing. So as you go along to the senior years, so the scale of the project become bigger and bigger. So this is the, you know, comprising of mixed development, and then there's water elements here, the lake, they call it Putrajaya Lake. So how to address the issues? Sometimes they have to understand the water level, you know what I mean? So they have to know a bit of engineering also. And of course, they got to work hand in hand with the architects, with the engineers, with the construction managers and all that. So these are the ones. So these different students. For your information, this is a one-person work, you know. It's individual work. It's not teamwork. This is another student. So this is the, you know, there are some issues in terms of the nature of the land. The, you know, is it undulating? Is it hilly area? And of course, the space where people to go and mix around, do some exercise, jogging tracks and all that. So, you know, they segregate the movement of the cars and the pedestrian, for instance. This is another issue that they have to understand. Again here. So basically, I think that's about all that I have to tell you, that what Faculty of Architecture and Built Environment at IUKL. So by the way, thank you so much again. So I hope that to see you guys in IUKL. Thank you.